are to our letter. Who remembers the name of this letter right here? You're right, it's the letter X. And do you remember the thing we were doing with these letters up here? When the uppercase and the lowercase had the same shape but just a different size? And we found 5, and actually you did one on your own. So let's look at the letter W. Is it the same shape? Yes, I think so. Same shape except lowercase is smaller. So that is one of our letters that we've been keeping track of. So let's put W right up here. There's the uppercase and lowercase. Same shape, just smaller. All right, and so I know what you're going to notice right away when I show you the lowercase x. What do you notice? It's the same shape, but the only difference is the lowercase x is shorter. So we got to put that up here too. So x is another letter where the upper and lowercase are the same shape, but the lowercase is smaller. How many do we have now? Should we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 letters that are the same shape, upper and lowercase. So that is, we'll just keep keeping track of that till we get all the way to Z. All right, so we talked about yesterday that the X makes the sound. Can you remember the sound? X, yeah, it makes X. All right, and one word we talked about was X-ray. And remember that X-ray is a special way to see inside somebody's body. If you have to look if they have a broken bone, or if you have to see if they have pneumonia, or any other reason that they would need to look inside your body, they would use an X-ray to check it out. Maybe you swallowed something and they want to see if it's in your tummy and it's made out of metal, because bones show up, metal show up. Sometimes masses show up as something that is not normally there. So here, when we say X-ray, we can hear that X sound right at the beginning of the word because X stands all by itself. Then it has a little dash, and then it has the word ray. Now, most words that start with X, the X does not like to say its name. It steals the sound of letter Z. For instance, xylophone starts with the letter X. But do you hear X in xylophone? No, you don't. Because X is stealing the sound of letter Z. So when X is at the first of the word, most of the time, it doesn't say its sound. It says the sound of the letter Z. So the words we're going to talk about with this letter X that has not been this way with any of our other letters, we are going to look for the X sound or listen for the X sound in the middle or the end of the word. So I'm going to show you the pictures and you tell me what that is. Do you know what animal this is? It is a fox. Now, where do you hear the sound of X in the word fox? At the end, that's right. So there's our fox. Maybe I'll put X-ray up there by our word. Here's our fox. And here's another one. You all know what this is. It's a box. Can you say box? Where do you hear that sound? It's kind of in the back of your throat. Box. And you make it like you're with your tongue kind of to the top of your mouth. And it hisses out of your teeth. Box. And where is the sound? At the end of the word. Now we talked about our friend Braxton. Do you hear the X in his name? Braxton. His X is in the middle of his name. So let's think about this word. Exit. Now here's a little cheat right here. That is the word exit. Where do you see the letter X? In the middle of the word. So the E says because it's all by itself. Exit. Exit. It's in the middle of the word. And it almost sounds like X-ray because when you have EX, it sounds like the letter X. Here is another one. It's a number. We haven't got to this number yet, but we will this month. Does anyone know what number this is? It's a 6. 6 ends with the letter X. It's at the end. There's the 6. And finally, This is a very short word. It's only 2 letters. We use it to chop wood. Do you know what it is? Not a hatchet. It is an axe. Axe. Remember, we're looking for that X sound. And it is also where? At the end of the word. Axe. So we hear that X at the end of the word. Axe over there. All right, so let's think about how to make the letter X. It's one of the easiest letters besides letter L, which is also pretty easy. But we just start up here, and we slant down, and then we slant down the other way. And then it's right in the middle. The same thing on the, because it's the same shape. Slant down, slant back. And it just makes an X. It's pretty easy. All right, so let's look at our worksheet. Make this a little higher so you can see it. All right, so when you get your worksheet out, we'll just do it like we have been doing. And I'm going to use red, and we're going to do start up here and slant down, and slant down, slant down, and slant back. Now, I don't want to see any of this stuff, right? Is that how we make X? No, it's just 2 straight lines. Like you have a straight line here, a straight line here. Do you remember when we made the letter V with our pencils, when we did this? You can do this. See, we made letter V like this. You can do the same thing with X, except you just make the angle in the middle where the 2 lines come together. How many angles are in letter X? You see them? How many? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you do your X like this, they're actually right angles. But they don't have to be. They can be like this, so that some are smaller and some are bigger. All right, so now I'm going to do a different color, and I'm going to do X again to practice, because I want to be so good when I get to kindergarten and be able to do all my letters, and this is so easy. Make a small one. And then I'm going to pick one more color. And let's make an orange X. Remember, none of this up and around. 2 lines. You gotta lift up your crayon and then make the one that goes back. And then we can color some of these pictures. Like here's the ones we talked about. Here is exit. We can even trace in these letters to spell the word exit. E, there's our X. I, now that's an easy letter. And T, that says exit. Here is 6, same thing. It's written on there. S, I, X. That's the number 6 right there. You can even do that if you want. Or you can color it. Then we have our fox, our axe, and our box. And the only word where X is at the beginning, X-ray, because it stands all by itself. So go do your worksheet and color your very best. How do you color your very best? You try to stay in the lines and you fill in all the white spaces. We don't just do it really quick. You have lots of time, right? And there's no toys to go play with afterwards unless you play with your own toys. So you might as well take your time and do your very best coloring.